Welcome to News Around Our Region. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shaker. Up first, we're going to have our sports report from Joe.
Skiing is awesome! Bristol Mountain, Swain, and Holly Valley are all geared up for an awesome season of snow.
What else do you got for us, Joe?
Did you know that Grant Keselowski was born in our region?
No, I never knew that. How do you feel about that?
I don't really like the Patriots that much. I'm more of a Seahawks fan.
Me too. That's Joe with our sports report.
Now we're going to go to Gavin with our farm report. The corn is pretty dry and ready for harvesting. Nearby, Cornell University reports that corn is a major crop in this area of New York. More than 1 million acres planted every year. So, Shaker and Megan, I expect farmers to be in the fields pretty soon to get this corn stored for the winter. I've been told by area farmers that this year's crop has done well. Back to you in the studio.
Now let's have a look at the weather. Yes, Mom, I have my coat on. Hi, looks beautiful now, but expect lake effect snows for both Erie and Ontario. By tonight, kids, wear your PJs inside out. Tonight, snow day. Tomorrow, back to you, Jim.
Now I have Bella. Bella asked some questions. Bella, what do you ask?
I asked people what their favorite things were in this region.
What do you like about our region?
The Genesee River. It's huge.
Niagara Falls is the 7th wonder of the world.
Bridge to Canada.
Letchworth State Park is the Grand Canyon of the East and voted best park by the USA Today.
Erie, Ontario make our apples awesome. In the War of 1812, the Tuscarora Indians saved the town of Lewiston. Buffalo Bills and Rochester Red Wings are awesome teams. Joe was amazing.
Thanks, Bella.
You're welcome. Now for our history lesson today, we'll go to Gia and Emma.
Today we are here to tell you about one of the greatest Seneca chiefs. His name is Corn Planter. Corn Planter lived in our area during the Revolutionary War. His half-brother, Handsome Lake, was born in our hometown on the banks of the Genesee River. He's remembered for helping his people after the Revolution. The Seneca has been allies with the British. At the end of the war, he helped his people relocate to 1,500-acre reservation in Pennsylvania. The hero of the Seneca Nation is our history lesson for today. Back to you, Shaker and Megan.
This region of New York until the 17th century was held by the Wenro and Erie Indians. The Seneca Nation and their allies in the Iroquois Confederacy eliminated those tribes during the Beaver Wars between 1638 and 1701. The neutral territory is currently held by the Tuscaroras, who moved up from the Carolinas. French forces settled in this part of New York through much of the 17th century. Some relics of their presence are still visible in this region. The land acquired from the Iroquois through the Nanfan Treaty, which gave the territory to England at the end of the Beaver Wars in 1701. At the time, 4 of the British colonies, Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, laid claim to the unsettled territory, as did New France until the 17 Years' War. This dispute was eventually settled in New York's favor during the late 18th and early 19th century during the War of 1812. This region was part of the borderland frontier between the United States and British Canada and became the scene of various military actions. This region has the Erie Canal to thank for developing 2 of the state's largest cities.
So I'm with my father at the fire hall. So Dad, what is it like to be a fireman in our region?
It's very difficult. As you know, we're a rural fire district. We have a lot of places that are non-hydrogen, which means we have to tanker shuttle many gallons of water to our fires. We've had many big fires, from a propane facility explosion to a fertilizer plant that went up last year. We have 2 engines, a tanker, a rescue, 2 grass trucks, and we run all sorts of calls.
Dad, thank you for helping our region.
Well, there you have it. The region of our state's pretty cool.